Hi, this mini training is called Advocacy with Legislators. You may ask, why would you like to do advocacy with legislators? Well, talking with elected officials about issues important to you can make a difference. Contacting your elected officials is an effective way to be heard and involved in our political process. Meeting in person, calling, and writing emails or letters are ways to make sure your ideas are heard. Legislators keep track of what is important to the people they represent. The first thing to do is know who your representatives are. Find out who represents you in the state legislature. You have a member of the Michigan Senate and Michigan House of Representatives. To find their names and contact information, go to www.house.mi.gov/mhr public/. For the House of Representatives, go to the website www.senate.michigan.gov/fysenator/fysenator.htm. Before contacting your legislators, it is helpful to learn about their interests and positions on proposed laws. Most legislators have web pages, and many have an email list you can join. You'll want to prepare your issues. Do your homework. Plan what you want to share and how you will present it. With proposed bills that you support or oppose, find out as much as you can. Tips. Number 1. If you are worried about funding cuts to a program, learn about the program and the planned cuts before you make contact with your representative. Number 2 tip. If you plan to talk about a certain bill, identify it by the bill number. For example, Senate Bill number, and then you put the number, and House Bill number, and then the number. 3. Make sure you know what the bill proposes and how it will affect you and people you know. Number 4 tip. If you are with a group, give tasks to group members to be fully prepared. For example, calling, emailing, letters, research, or note-taking. Making a visit to your representative. The first thing you want to do when you're making a visit to your representative is schedule the visit by phone or email. Be clear about why you want to visit. Ask for no more than 15 to 20 minutes. Tell how many people will be with you when you ask for the visit. Be patient. If you don't receive a return call or email right away, don't be discouraged. Wait a week or so and try again. Number 2, getting ready for your visit. If you are part of a group, select a person to do the talking and bring no more than 4 members with you. You'll want to practice what you want to say beforehand. Be brief in what you say. Also, leave time for questions. And bring materials to share with your representative. Number 3, your actual visit. On your visit day, you want to be on time to your visit. You'll want to be professional and polite. Do not feel bad if you meet with a member of your legislator's staff instead of the legislator themselves. They often help decide what topics are brought to a busy legislator. In some cases, staff members may know more about your issues. Answer questions and offer help. Number 4, After your visit, follow up on anything you said you would do, and send a thank you note to the representative or staff member. Another way of advocating with legislators is by making a telephone call. A phone call is another way to speak to your legislator, especially if there is no time to schedule a visit or send a letter or email. You will probably speak with a staff member when you call. During your call, you'll want to say your name. With bills, identify the bill number. Share how you feel about the issue during your call. Always be prepared and clear. Like visits, be brief and focused in what you say. Be polite and give your contact information. They may want to call you back or send an email. Usually, the legislator's staff will make a note of your comments. In some cases, they may want to know why you feel the way you do. They may ask you to send an email listing your concerns. If you don't have a computer, just let them know. Sending a letter or an email to your representative. Letters or emails are also useful to let your legislator know how you feel about issues. Like a visit, keep letters and emails short, but tell them how you will be affected by the issue. If you are writing about a bill, make sure to list the bill number. Do not use form letters and emails because they are not thought to be as meaningful as a personal note. Sometimes, when a legislative hearing or vote is about to take place, a personal email may be the fastest way to make contact. A sample letter below is to a representative. The sample letter reads, "Dear Senator Stabenow, my name is Ryan Nicholas Gray. As a self-determined individual with a disability, I am disappointed that you have not discussed self-determination in the U.S. Senate. It is important to me that my elected representative supports and upholds self-determination rights for people with disabilities. Self-determination matters to me because it gives people with disabilities the authority to participate in the democratic process, confirms their responsibility and right to determine their own destiny, teaches them to wisely budget the funds allocated to them, provides them with the freedom to work, volunteer, and vote as they wish, and maintains the support network needed to provide our services. In my life, self-determination has made a significant difference. Because of self-determination, I have been able to interview local reporter Karen Drew on a television show that I co-host. I have won awards for volunteering and public service. And I've been able to participate in Speech Crafters, a local program that helps me to develop my public speaking skills. None of this would have happened without Community Living Services of Oakland County or their self-determination program. I would not have even known my own rights. I hope that you and your colleagues can find the opportunity to think about what I've presented today and that you can make services for people with disabilities a priority. Thank you. Ryan Nicholas Gray. After you contact your representative, keep it up. Your senator or representative need to hear from you on a regular basis to know what you want. Don't feel bad if your legislator votes against something you supported. Be ready to repeat this process again the next time you visit, call, or write. Politics and creating bills changes. You never know when your issues might be the same as those of your legislator. Developing an ongoing relationship is very helpful. As you visit or write your legislator, you get to know their interests and they get to know yours. It is helpful to know how your legislator votes. If your legislator votes in favor of something you support, send a brief email or letter of thanks. It is important that your legislators know that you follow their voting record. Glossary of terms used in this mini training. A bill. A bill is a new law or change to an existing law. Constituents. Constituents are people represented by a legislator. For example, if you live in Senator Schumacher's district, you are one of her constituents. District. Districts are an area of a town or country. They are set up based on the number of people in an area to make sure senators and representatives have an equal number of people. Form letter or email. A form letter or email is a pre-written letter that you only need to sign. It is not as useful as a personal letter. Legislators. Legislators are members of the Michigan House of Representatives or Senate. Each legislator represents a part of Michigan called a district, and each district is numbered. Legislature. Legislature is the Senate and House of Representatives, with 38 members in the Senate and 110 members in the House of Representatives. Each member in Michigan lives in a specific Senate and House district and is represented by one senator and one representative. Here's a resource list to find out if you're registered to vote, to find the name and contact information for your Michigan representative, to find the name and contact information for your Michigan senator, to find your U.S. senators, you have 2, to find your U.S. representative, a citizen's guide to state government, our government, the legislative branch, and Michigan, how a bill becomes a law. U.S., how a bill becomes a law, how to look up Michigan bills, and to look up U.S. bills. Here is a map of the state Senate districts. And here is a map of the state House districts. Here is a worksheet you can use to, number 1, have your elected officials' names and contact information written down so that you always have it. You also can put your issues on this worksheet. What do you support or oppose? What's the bill number and author? Number 3 on this worksheet, you can put, why do you support or oppose the bill? And suggestions or recommendations for the representatives. And then answers to questions you might be asked. Funding for this handbook provided by the Michigan Developmental Disability Council, with thanks to the Area Board 9, California State Council on Developmental Disabilities. This booklet may be reproduced with permission from Michigan Partners for Freedom. This video was made by Disability Advocates of Kent County through the Training Community Organizers Project funded by the Michigan Developmental Disabilities Council.